All right, today on the channel, we're going to be taking a look at the latest release from New Wave Toys in their Replitronics line. This is the mini boombox, the M90 series, modeled after the famous JVC M90, very prominent boombox in the 80s and a very expensive boombox if you're trying to find one used or, you know, anywhere out there on the secondary market these days. They go for quite a pretty penny. But anyways, this was a Kickstarter project that I backed about 2 years ago, just showed up on my doorstep. And first of all, I've always got to compliment New Wave Toys on their collector-friendly packaging. I mean, this box came in another box, that came in another box. I mean, there's no way these things showed up too damaged or crumpled or anything like that, because they take absolute care and pride and joy when they package these things, because they want you to be very happy with your end product. And the folks over at New Wave Toys are collectors just like me and you, so they know what we expect. And not only did I get this, I got the little mini-me version as well, because that was part of the Kickstarter deal that I backed. I got a mini and a micro, so this is a 1/6 scale version of this. So great for action figures and, you know, dioramas and things like that. But let's go ahead and get this one out of the box first and see what all sorts of goodies and accessories we got with it. Straight out of the box, we have this nice carrying case. Nice durable corners. You don't have to worry about dropping or anything like that. It's nice and sturdy. We got the embossing of the imagery of the boombox itself, which is a nice touch. You got these M90 zippers here, which is again another nice touch. Things that, you know, go above and beyond the line of duty, so to speak, of a just casual carrying case. You got shoulder strap loops over here, because it does come with a shoulder strap carrying shoulder band thing, so you can attach that, carry your carrying case over your shoulder if you like. But let's go ahead and see the main course. Let's open this bad boy up, and inside you got foam protective padding. But here it is, the M90 boombox. This thing is gorgeous. We got a couple of accessories inside the case, so USB-C charging cable and a remote. And you're like, why do I need a remote? Well, technically you don't, but this is an original feature. Plugs into the 3.5mm jack there. You can control the boombox, so you got power, you got your mode function, play and pause, and then backwards and forwards, skipping, you know, review and cue type of stuff. So you simply plug that into the front there, and you can control that. But looking at this, so we got the M90 quality build, big power since 1981. This is just a sticker, so you can just peel that off. You don't have to worry about, you know, always looking at that if you don't like it. There was 2 Kickstarter variations of this machine. So there was the black cone speaker and a blue cone speaker that you could only get through Kickstarter. These will be made available to the public, but not the blue cone speaker, because again, that was exclusive to Kickstarter. But as of the making of this video, these are not yet in stock, because they are still fulfilling all the Kickstarter orders, and then there will be some stock available to the general public that missed out on the Kickstarter program if you're interested in picking up this M90 boombox. So looking at it, you got all sorts of bells and whistles, dials and knobs and things. Some of them are functional, some of them are not. So non-functional dials over here, these are just aesthetic. These won't do anything. This right here is going to be your radio tuner. It does have a fully functional FM radio built into this, so you can absolutely listen to your favorite radio stations. You got your bass, treble, and balance. These are all fully functional. And if you're struggling to, you know, manipulate these small dials, because let's face it, adult hands, small dials and knobs, it's not going to be the easiest for some people. They also do include some larger, extra large accessory knobs that you go place on top of that and make a little more tactile, a little easier for you to use the actual buttons. So knob right here, up and down sliders, these are all faux. These are not actually going to go up and down, so don't try to force them, because you're just going to end up breaking your new machine. And same thing down here with your recording levels. These are faux buttons. They're not meant to go anywhere. Other functional buttons, so you got your power button right here. You got your, you know, mode, play and pause, and then your forward and rewind, as well as the eject button, because look at that. It's got a fully functional cassette tape door, and it actually opens, you know, just like it should, you know, nice and easy. It doesn't just go pop and slap out or anything like that. It has a nice little slow motion to it, which is great. And you're like, well, that's cool and everything, but why would I possibly need a little mini cassette tape door? Well, it's because one of the Kickstarter accessories was this awesome faux Memorex cassette tape. So we have the cassette itself. I mean, look at that. It even comes with its own, plastic case. Take our little mini cassette tape, slide it into the tray right there, and then voila. Now it doesn't play anything or have music on it or anything like that, but aesthetically, that is an amazing accessory that I love that they included. It just, it finishes this off perfectly. And then around back, let's go ahead and inspect it. We've got a little compartment tray here. This is, obviously where the batteries would go on the original device. This one doesn't, need replaceable batteries or anything like that. So you can use this as a secondary storage. So you can put your USB-C cable back there, or if you want, you can hide your remote back there. Then we also have our 3.5mm aux. So if you want to put aux in, connect your favorite music device, your iPod or something like that to this, you can do that. You can load up a micro SD card, insert it in here, and play files off the micro SD port. You got your USB-C charging and a USB-A, because this also is a fully functional phone charger. So not only is it, a fully functional radio, Bluetooth speaker, and just awesome, accessory for nostalgic fans of 80s and 90s music, it's also a fully functional device that'll charge your phone while you're playing music from your phone. So, I mean, just an absolute no-brainer. 30-watt sound system, which is very impressive for how small a package this is. We also got the carrying handle there, which I love, has a soft close drop. Look at that. So it just slowly closes itself, which is perfect. That's the way it should be. And we also have rabbit ear antennas, fully functional, that extend and telescope. Absolutely phenomenal. And of course, let's go ahead and look at its mini brother, the M90. Same things going on here. You're gonna have less functional dials and things like that because it's, 1/6 scale, but you're gonna have the same kind of core components. You got the little carrying handle, you got telescoping rabbit ears that go quite far out. I mean, this thing is awesome in itself. And on around the back, it's got a micro USB charging port, so you can charge this. This is Bluetooth. Power button, no remote or other accessories because this is, clearly a smaller scale, but there they are next to each other. You got the big / baby brother and the micro junior brother. I mean, it depends on the scale and however you want to call it, but the micro and the mini is what the official names are. The micro comes with the same kind of accessories. You got your service manual and a micro USB cable for charging. So we got 6-watt speakers inside the micro, which is impressive for how dainty and small this thing is. Let's go ahead and get the tape measure out. It's right at about 4.5 inches wide and slightly over that 2-inch mark. And then the mini itself is a little over 11 inches wide, 6 inches tall, and about 2 inches thick. So very cool. Obviously, they look aesthetically awesome. Let's see what they sound like, shall we? Now, obviously, quality of sound of the speakers is going to be a little bit hard for me to articulate across a visual medium like YouTube. However, let me rest any worries you have, put them to the side, because these both sound absolutely great. Specifically, the Mini, it blows me away. When the Kickstarter first launched, it was essentially, the project was supposed to be 16-watt speakers, and then we bumped it up to more powerful sounding 30-watt speakers, so you got more bang for your buck, more so than when you originally signed on for the Kickstarter. The micro itself is very powerful. I mean, 6 watts doesn't sound like a lot, but for something so little, something so tiny, I mean, it's smaller than your cell phone. It sounds absolutely great. Great Bluetooth speakers, great FM radio signal, which is very impressive to me. I struggle with car radio signals sometimes, but these little rabbit ears did the trick, got all my local stations, pulled them in nice and Everything was good there. Connecting to the Bluetooth, piece of cake. Just simply, you know, turn it on and automatically pairs up with Bluetooth mode. When you're switching through the modes, it's got nice little audio cues where it'll do some fading in, fading out, some nice little audio chimes to let you know it's switching back and forth. Just overall, I'm blown away with these things. I am a sucker for pretty much anything New Wave Toys puts out. I bought every product they put out to date. Build quality on these things are absolutely exceptional. There's nothing loose, nothing rattling. Everything is nice and sturdy. I feel like if I dropped this on my foot would definitely break. And I feel like I dropped this on my dog would definitely die. So both solid devices. Highly recommend either one, whatever one suits your fancy, suits your budget. Whenever they come back in stock, definitely pick one up if you're looking for something like this. Like I said, this hits on all those nostalgic heartstrings for me personally, and I was absolutely excited when these showed up on my doorstep. Make sure you visit the New Wave Toys website down in the video description box below. That way you can be informed next time these are available to the general public. And that does it for this video review, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Share this video with your friends if you found the information helpful. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. It really means a lot.